Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Torque T331 travel trailer toy hauler. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, once you leave plenty of room for that awning. On your off campsite, besides your slides, which are pretty deep, so leave plenty of room for them. I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug in right behind your tires on your off campsite. And then your docking station for water is going to be toward the front on your off campsite. So park accordingly so you utilize the facility of the campsite. To arrive and unhook our hitch, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. And it comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Extend to raise, retract to lower. Should you lose power under this rubber stopper right here, this hand crank with 3/4 inch crank on there will get that up and down. Speaking of power, check your battery post every now and then. Make sure them haven't wiggled loose. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. The unit comes with power stabilizing jacks. Over on your campsite will be your controls. As I hit extend to run these down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot black top in the summer. Good investment. Use your 10% off coupon. Run these down just until they're taut. Once it feels like it's going to start lifting the unit, that's when you're going to want to stop. So just again, we're already level, so you just want to brace that. Repeat the process in the rear back here. Again, your other controls here on the campsite. Send these down the same way. Again, recommending jack pads. Once we got our unit level and stable, next thing we do is hook up our power and water. 30-foot 50-amp cord plugs in here on the side. The way they go on now, they're kind of like a pistol grip. They'll go in at about 11 o'clock, turn it to noon. That'll kind of lock that in there and then put that black washer on. At the end of that 50-amp cord, should you need to plug into a campsite with 30-amp, and your convenience pack is a 50 to 30-amp reducer. And also, if you need to plug into a 110, you can go from 30 down to 15 here with that. That's your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Again, your docking station will be easier to access without your slides open. Coming up here in the front, looks a little confusing because there's some lines here. I'll try to get them off here for you. Bottom two are going to be tank flushes. This one here is city water. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting lines in unit. I always use this because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Go up here, hook that up, hook up your hose. If you don't turn your hose on yet, let's find your hot water heater. Your hot water heater is located on the campsite just above your tires. This whole cover will lift right up off here. All we're doing at this point, make sure drain plug's back in there. Get some plumber's tape around that, get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a few minutes, once you go inside and open up your slides, open up all of your water taps inside. Get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water going. Once the air's out of the lines, you can go ahead and shut them off. Then you can turn on that hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our potable water. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill that with a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One is the overflow valve right here. Or on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Don't leave this unattended while you're filling it. Have someone watch the button. Once it's full, remove your hose, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump and hook the city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, we're all set up to camp, power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit, continuing here on the off camp side. Up toward the front here. You can plug in some batteries, battery solar power panel that'll trickle charge your batteries. This is access panel for a generator if you ever get one of them installed. Again, fresh water here, spray port here. There is the hose for that. Up top here is city water. Front black tank, rear black tank. Front black tank right there underneath your slide. Access to the back of your fridge there. That's a vent you can push open from indoors. Here's our rear dumps. Black and gray tanks. Cable and satellite plug-ins. Here's where you can fuel up. On the other side will be your hose to dispense the fuel. Got a ladder, utilize it. Remove these cotters, pull this up and away from that, gives you room to climb. Go up there and check the seams you roof a couple times a year and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Just prep for a backup camera back here. We'll bring down your deck and loading ramp here shortly. Again, your rear stabilizing jacks, your rear fueling station. This here is a vent that you'll push out from indoors. Your awning does have a pitch control. Got to pitch the awning away. Again, our hot water heater. Here's your pressure release valve. That'll also tell you if you've got water in there before you turn that on. If for some reason your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here and look at these reset buttons. If they are bubbled up, simply press them back in. See food for your furnace. A couple things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. A couple of 110s out here, along with our outdoor kitchen. Unlock, fold out. Once you get it all the way out, you can lock it into the out position. Outdoor television. Your griddle, you'll flip this over. Do that for you here real quick. So that is how that will set. Turn your TV on. When you arrive at campsites, go into your menu, run a digital channel scan to pick up all of your local channels. Hook up your hose here for a sink out here. Make sure you flip this griddle back over. Otherwise your door will not close. Outdoor fridge. This is on a magnet up top. Watch your head when bringing it down. Got a couple outdoor speakers as well. Quick connect LP right there for your griddle and your low point drains. Front storage area. Battery disconnect, that'll disconnect all the battery power to the unit. Tire length, that is for a tire length system, for tire pressure monitoring system. You can connect to this. The propane does come with a cover. It is on a regulator. Lefty loosey to open these. Point it toward the tank you wish to be using. That about covers everything on the outside. Take a look on the inside. Come up steps. First thing I always like to point out, your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Also, to my left end of the sink here is going to be a control panel. There's your brand new battery, fresh, black, and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Your water heater if hooked to gas. Lights for the cabin. Auxiliary battery. Auxiliary lights. Cap lights for the front. Your slide control and your awning. On your awning, you only want to run that awning out until you can see that flap. If you hold that button down, that will continue to run itself out and start to run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it and only run it out as far as you need to. And as the awning comes in, I'll tell you that slam locks work best when gently slammed. Continuing into the unit here, around the corner here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Because I mentioned that's 12 volts, always running off your battery. So if you're out dry camping somewhere, nothing plugged in charges your battery. If you're going to be gone for the day, use your battery disconnect to keep that from running your battery down. Coming in your kitchen, you got a microwave. Oh, there's start and stop there. Glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. There's a vent up here and a light. Panel light here. Turn that to light. Hit your spark over here and that'll light these up. Same thing on your oven. Open this up. Rock that panel light down to an oven light. Turn this to the light. Hit your spark here, that'll light your pilot light, and then just turn it to the desired temperature. Continuing in the unit, a couple of 110s here. Excellent lighting up there. More lighting here. Let's start up our thermostat by cranking the air up. Got this on cool. Our AC running. Start our AC off. Generally that shuts off rather quickly. Now I'm going to turn on heat. It'll say furnace. We cranked up to 90 to get that on. There that goes. Now you'll notice when I shut that off, generally it takes a few minutes for a fan to cycle through. Registers for those. Around the corner is a JBL sound system. See if we can pick up anything in here. Crank that up. Run a scan. Generally don't pick up too much inside these metal buildings, but 3 different zones: indoors, outdoors, and garage. Different zones: USB, auxiliary, optical, running your TV sound through this, HDMI, and Bluetooth. Hold that in to shut that off. There's a remote for that sound system. Remote for your TV, and turn it on real quick. Once you arrive at your campsite again, run a digital channel scan. That'll help you pick up all the local channels where you're at.
Right. Thursday.
You have what I call parachute pull recliners. Turn your lights on here. These are individual one-touch lighting. Parachute pull up on this, and there's your recliner. You have to use your feet to push that back down. Come back into our bedroom. No, your bed is folded up. You need it folded up when closing this slide. Again, individual lighting up here for your bed. USBs 110s. You have a hand crank open exhaust up there as well. No touch charger here. Plug-in chargers here. Little deep cubby hole here, closet. Bracket and hookups for a TV here. There's a bracket back behind there. Make sure this door is snapped open for travel. In our bathroom, we're going to have a 110 with GFCI reset around the corner here. A little plumbing to maintain underneath there. Here's your access panel. It's mostly PEX nowadays. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Up here, open the vent for a fan. Close the vent. Make sure you close that before you leave. Come back to your garage area. Come around the corner here. Down the bottom is your breaker box and fuses. Ton of 15s in there. 20. Highly recommend you have some of those with you when you go camping. Set up for a TV back here as well. Separate thermostat. For the AC unit up there. Cranking that up. Furnace setting as well. You have extra bathroom back here. More plumbing to maintain. You know, you are bouncing a house down the road. Keep an eye on things. A hand crank open exhaust vent there. Let me show you how to bring your bunk down here. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold our backs forward. We're going to come to our control panel here, and we're going to go bed control up. That up. I'm going to run the bed up. When it gets to the top, you're going to hear it lock. And once it does, we will remove these cotter pins, all 4 of them all the way around, and that'll allow the top bunk to come down. As it reaches the top, listen, hear a little click. Just gonna walk around and release these cotter pins. Get up in the back and do the same. When those are released, hit down, and the whole bunk comes down. Now note, using these for seats, you have a leg to bring down. Using them for beds, you have 2 legs on each side to bring down. Gives that bottom extra support. As you continue down, see your top bunk stops. And your bottom continues. Underneath this bunk will be your table and folding table. Your main table was set up out here. Show you by setting your post in the floor. One on each side, and your table will sit on that. Just remember when making sure your backs fold, that is folded all the way up. So that's how your bed works. The bottom bunk will come down further. Sometimes they get to shaking, just because they're close to each other there. Again, using seats, put your seat down. Alright, let's go open up your deck. Alright, bring you down your deck here. You will have padlocks on these. Make sure you keep your drives locked up. Step and turn your handles out. Grab your handle. Drag it down. Cables are holding everything. Make this a ramp. You simply remove your cotters on both sides. Remove all these cotters to remove your deck. Set our deck up. So we're going to remove the top ones. Give this a lift. Once it's up, cotters back in. One Velcro up there. Same thing over here. Take our top cutters out. Lift this up. Put our cutters back in. And that's how we're looking until we swing this toward us. And there's your deck. Reverse the process to put everything back. As you see, that is Velcroed up there as well. It holds these two together when your ramp is up. Make sure you get that Velcro back in there. Reverse the process and just close your ramp back up. Alright, so close our garage up, secured everything in there. Walk through the unit, make sure all vents are closed in the bathrooms, bedrooms. Come into your bedroom, fold your bed up. Secure all things. Doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Come to our control panel. Shut off our cabin lights. Then we can see any accent lights we need to walk through and shut off individually. Come back, turn our cabin lights back on. And bring in our slides. We'll do slide number 2 first, which is going to be our bedroom. You can open this door and watch that come in. Again, make sure you have your bed folded back there. Slides in, close your door, and bring in slide number 1. If you have that TV swiveled, make sure you have it back in its right position. Did want you to hear that noise? It's just a slide mechanism saying it's in all the way. Fold up your steps. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door, lift and turn this handle. If we are out boondocking, come around here off camp side, get up underneath there and open up that white hose. That's going to be your freshwater drain. Bring up your stabilizing jacks, hook up your hitch, and either head on home or to the nearest dump station. For the campsite, we're going to hook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. Got 2 dumps on this. I'm going to start with the one in the front. You got a 10-foot hose, parked accordingly. Hook up your hose, get up underneath here, and pull this black handle. When that's no longer draining, check inside, make sure it shows empty. Come back out here and leave that black handle open. Come to our front black tank flush. Hook up that hose, let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash that out. Again, leaving your black handle open. When that's done, remove that hose. Come back here, make sure all that black washout water we put in there is drained. Close this black handle and pull your gray one up there. Sweet cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. They'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, come here to the rear. Repeat the process by pulling this black handle first. And that sounds like it's no longer draining. Check inside. Come up front and do your rear black tank flush. Again, leaving your black handle open while you do that. Let that run, wash that out. When that's done, remove your hose, close that black handle, and pull our gray handle. When that's done, take your hose, store it in a safe, convenient, sanitary spot, and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this torque for many years to come. Happy camping.